Greetings, members, Trekkies, and friends. We're absolutely thrilled to announce the results of the Enterprise Project's photo contest. A massive thank you to our 4 talented members who participated. The creativity you all shared was fantastic, making the final decision a truly difficult one for our regional coordinators and leadership team. After careful consideration, the choice was clear. A huge, well-deserved congratulations goes to Thomas Egging. His winning photo perfectly captured the spirit of the project, a standout entry that impressed everyone with its creative composition and the passion it conveyed. As our prize winner, Thomas will receive a beautiful model of the USS Enterprise from Playmates. We can't wait to see his reaction when it arrives. Thank you again to all our members who entered. Your participation is what makes this community so special. We look forward to seeing your amazing submissions for our next contest. Live long and prosper.
Computer, what time is it?
Good morning, Captain. The time is 9:11 a.m.
Good morning, Trekkies, members. Ernesto Luton, Director of the Enterprise Project. How are you today? Yes, indeed. Thomas Egging from Germany is our winner. Now, everybody probably already knows that Thomas, this is his second time winning. And before you say anything, we're not playing favorites. It's not on me. I was not the one that made the choices. We had all of the RCs voting, and we even had others that are part of the project, our ambassador and some of our staunch members. They voted as well, so that's how we got to where we are. So congratulations, Thomas, for your second win. We're going to be sending that out today. Take a look at this video. We'll get back on the other side. I think you're going to like this one.
The Enterprise Project wants to build a real USS Enterprise, and it could change everything. Gene Roddenberry's Star Trek wasn't just science fiction. It was a blueprint for humanity's potential. A future without war, poverty, or discrimination. Where exploration and cooperation replaced conflict. Where diversity wasn't just accepted, but celebrated as our greatest strength. Now, the Enterprise Project wants to turn that vision into reality. Not just a monument, but a functioning, sustainable community and theme park built next to the iconic starship. This life-size enterprise will demonstrate real sustainable technologies, from water recycling to renewable energy. It will inspire young minds through science and technology education. And most importantly, it will serve as a physical gathering place for people who believe in a better tomorrow. For Trekkies, this is more than a construction project, it's their values made manifest. A tangible symbol of hope, progress, and unity in a divided world. The Enterprise has always represented humanity's best potential. Now, we want to build it. Learn more at theenterpriseproject.org.
When you look at our numbers, the amount of members, even on Facebook, and our membership, our actual membership, which is only about 600. These are the firm, members that join from the website, and that is crucial. But we have 7,500 or so Facebook members. We call them recruits because we're using Facebook as sort of a recruiting page to bring people in and then get them to join on the website, because that's what's really important, to show that we really have the numbers. And as you can see, we are way, way, way behind. So it's obvious we need help, right? That's obvious. So, if you got talent, if you got talent, this is your chance to shine. Because, having talent is one thing, but you need a platform, right? Boom. So this is the platform. Make videos, create content, show yourself. We're waiting to see you, and so is the world. So this is your content. This is your project. So let's see some fantastic work. Okay, take a look at this next video. We'll get back on the other side, as usual.
Last night I had a dream. The desert stretched before me, endless and bright. Then I saw it, a shape on the horizon. Was it a mirage? No, it was the Enterprise, a giant starship gleaming in the sun. Closer now, its size was breathtaking. I felt small, humbled by its majesty. The visitor center was sleek and modern. Walls glowed with interactive displays. Images of distant planets and stars flickered around me. A friendly guide smiled. "Welcome to the future," she said. Excitement surged within me. Today, I would touch the stars. I received my Federation passport. It was more than just an ID. It held information, maps, even a translator. This tiny device was a marvel of technology. "This will be your guide," the guide said, her eyes twinkling. I felt a connection to the universe, a sense of belonging. The shuttlecraft ride was exhilarating. We soared above the desert, the ground shrinking below. Then I saw her, the Enterprise in all her glory. My breath caught in my throat. It was more magnificent up close. The stars beckoned, promising adventure. I knew then anything was possible. This journey, it was more than a visit. It was the interactive experience of a lifetime. It was a dream I didn't want to end. Dream with us, join the Enterprise project. Let's make this dream a reality.
Can you imagine that? I mean, you're on your way to the Enterprise. It's been built. You've heard everything. You've read everything. You've got tickets. And you're on your way. You're driving. I don't know where it's going to be, but it's probably going to be some isolated area way out somewhere. So you're driving along the road, and then you see it. Oh, my God. It's huge. You're way back. But you can see this thing, and it is huge. And, you know, your heart starts beating faster. You're as you get up, this thing is growing. What an experience. Just that first, time when you're driving up and you see it. I see it all the time in my mind, my imagination. And it's fantastic. It's nothing like, it's nothing like anything that, we have now. Because I'm tired of this, going places. I've said this before, this ooh and ah sort of thing. You look, ooh, ah. I'm 72 years old. Screw the ooh and ahs. I was going to say something else. Screw the ooh and ahs, I want to experience, hands-on. I want to see space, because I'm not going to live long enough for passengers to be going up in space. But actually, I've lived long enough because we got the technology. We can do it now. We just don't have the will, and that's what TEP is all about. That's what the Enterprise Project is all about: gathering the will to do it now. So us old guys, so us, even some of the young guys can get on a ship, get on a shuttlecraft, and go through space. We have the technology. We can do this, and have an immersive experience that feels so real. That feels so real that it fools your senses. That you can believe, and for all intent and purpose, you are in space. That's what we want to create now, because many of us are just not going to make it there, And with the way the world is going now, maybe none of us will make it there. So best we do it now, right? I agree. Check out this video. We'll get back on the other side.
You need to hear this if you're a Star Trek fan or just fed up with the world as it is. Imagine a place where sustainability, technology and social justice aren't just buzzwords, but a way of life. That's the town of Lucille, inspired by the hopeful future of Star Trek. Here we prioritize renewable energy, organic farming and responsible resource management. Our advanced tech, from driverless cars to cutting-edge healthcare, makes life easier and more fulfilling. In the town of Lucille, everyone has access to quality housing and healthcare regardless of income or status. It's a place where seniors live comfortably, kids grow up safe, and everyone can thrive. This isn't just a dream, it's a blueprint for a better future. Join us in building the town of Lucille, where we turn the ideals of the Federation into reality. Live long and prosper with us.
The town of Lucille. You know, the whole idea is not just the ship. It's the community, it's the ship, it's the visitor center. It's three things that we want to do, because each one is just as important as the next. You know, it's not just about having fun, although it is about having fun. And I'm talking 24-hour fun, living the fun, living the life. You know, that's the whole idea behind the town of Lucille, is that you live the Trek experience all the time. So it's real. It's real. You know, from the time you go to sleep at night to the time you wake up in the community, and then you're working at either in the visitor center, or you're working on the ship. And man, if you've got a job on the ship, wow, what, golly, what an experience, you know? Getting up, taking a shuttlecraft to the ship, and then, you're already in uniform, so you take your position on the ship. Man, that's I know some have already experienced that, because when I, back in whenever it was, when we went to Star Trek The Experience, and I walked on the bridge of the Enterprise D, the first thing I thought was, oh my God, how do you get a job doing this? These people were in uniform, they were looking sharp, and I would do that for free. I would do this for free, really. And that's where the idea hit me. We got to do this, man. We got to do this. But we got to do this with 1701, with Scotty's ship, with Jeffrey's ship. That's where it's at. Okay, guys, I think that's going to be it for this Thursday. I've had some fun. I'm looking forward to the next contest. We call them challenges here. And I'm hoping that more people will enter this next one. So until then, and until next Thursday, as always, live long and prosper.